Welcome, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your regular dive into all things nerd. Chad, I hope you're doing all right. But before we do some housekeeping, let's take a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nerd.
That's on camera.
I know
And
it is.
hilarious.
Oh my
Because
god.
I don't want to redo it.
Well, that's embarrassing.
It is.
Let's do some housekeeping, I guess.
I'd be embarrassed if I were you.
I am embarrassed. I kind of want to kill myself.
Uh, do it again.
That was it.
Do it again. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Housekeeping. Oh my god. We've been gone for a minute. It shows.
for some of us.
You shut the... I don't know what the hell happened there. It's probably because we did a shot like a minute ago on off camera.
I don't
and
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, if you're a fan of this show and I didn't embarrass you enough to stop listening just now, please like, share, subscribe wherever you find the podcast, whether it's social media or wherever you listen or watch. And if you want to become a premium subscriber, head on over to buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. There you get access to behind the scenes. Occasionally we do pre-show warm-ups where we talk about random topics, where we drink, like we do here, but just stuff about stuff that doesn't make it into the normal episode. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. I'm still super embarrassed, so can we get into our first topic, please? Thank you.
We're going to talk about Daredevil Born Again. They dropped the first 2 episodes. And so far, for me, it has not been a letdown at all. What do you think about it so far?
I'm loving it. And I have to say, I've lost a little bit of respect for some like social media people that I follow and respect their opinions when it comes to nerd culture.
Oh, do tell.
I'm not going to drop names because I'll tell you off camera, but there's just been a handful.
Does it rhyme with blah hat bloofy?
No, I stopped following him.
Yeah, that dude's a douche. I stopped following him before you, and I was like, that guy sucks. And you were like, no, what? Which is a bummer because we met him and he was super nice.
Yeah,
but his
super nice guy, but a little
his
condescending.
content, yeah.
Condescending and
Anyways,
I am really enjoying the show. Obviously it's not the Netflix series, but it captures a lot of that essence just in a new way.
I kind of like it. I think it's like they still do what I think they did really well with keeping the Netflix is they're still doing the like tight quarters for like fight scenes, like in the beginning when him and
single shot
Bullseye are fighting. It's a very narrow area. They're like bouncing off walls, like while they're, you know what I mean? And that's something that the original 3 seasons did very well. Was like stairwell fights, hallway fights, shit like that, where that everybody loved,
Yeah.
And so I think they kept that there, and I really enjoyed that. They did try to take seems like a more like artistic kind of camera view on things, which I'm here for. A lot of people are bitching about it, but if you're a fan, you're a fan. I think you just need to shut up.
What part are you talking about?
All of it, like the camera angles,
just as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole, like the whole show is doing something different.
Yeah.
But I'm here for that. I think it's cool because it's not the Netflix series. And
Hmm.
to just make it the Netflix series through Disney seems stupid to me. And so
And
doing something di
disingenuous.
yeah, like so doing something new but keeping like the heart of it kind of in that same place. I think that's smart, and people who don't like that, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Um, I do because you mentioned camera angles, and really want to take a second for myself to nerd out. They did two really cool things in the first episode, in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the first episode, that I thought was really cool. Obviously, they still did like a track zoom, kind of like what they did with Spider-Man: No Way Home with his spider sense
Mm,
in Happy's condo, but they expanded the aspect ratio so that it was full frame instead of the 16:9, and they had three cameras, so it created a full 180 degrees all the way around as it showed Matt going into like focusing on his senses and how he can
mm,
hear everything. And then as he focused in on Foggy, the aspect ratio came back and it got more narrow than a 16:9, which is, for those that don't know, that's your standard where you have the two black bars at the top and the bottom of your screen while you're watching a wide angle. I know I'm doing that,
and
but I
no,
I
no, no.
wanted
It's a good thing. It's a
to
good thing.
explain what
It's a good
that
thing.
actually was, and then they shrunk it down even tighter on Foggy to be like, this is him now focusing,
Hmm.
and I thought that that was really really cool.
It is cool.
And then also,
I'm just giving you shit, but it is really cool.
I know you are,
Okay.
and then on top of that, still the single shot hallway fight scene. It was uh intentionally, it felt intentionally more sloppy than what the Netflix series did, where the camera angles, it zoomed in close, but it was like shaky and stuff like that, both on Bullseye as he's getting tired and Matt as he's trying to focus but still fight. And I thought it was really cool how they basically made that single shot camera angle almost like a third character in the scene,
Hmm.
of Matt's focus of, is it the fight or is it Foggy's heartbeat?
Hmm.
Going in between. And I thought that was really, really fucking cool. Um, and it was something
That is
different.
cool. That is cool. And a lot of that I didn't even pick up on because, whatever. I didn't go to school for that, but
Yeah.
that's really cool for you to like point that out. Um, well, before we keep talking about this, spoiler alert, we are gonna ruin everything for you if you haven't watched any of this. If you know, Mr. Foggy Nelson is no more,
Yeah, he perished.
or maybe not, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, allegedly.
Um, I saw I saw something that I thought was cool, and it's when so after Bullseye shoots Foggy in the chest, and Daredevil and Bullseye get into this fight that we were just talking about through the stairwell up to the roof, blah blah blah. And as Daredevil is listening, like you had mentioned, to Foggy's heartbeat, he notices that it stops, and he breaks his rule and yeets Bullseye off the roof,
Yeah,
uh, seemingly killing him.
yeah.
But
Your dog is loving
in
that bone.
I'll take it away from her when we break. Can you hear it?
Yeah, that's the only
Damn
reason
it.
I said something. It's fine. Normally we can't. Uh,
But but what's interesting about this scene, and I can't take credit for it, somebody else pointed it out. But when Karen is putting pressure on Foggy's chest,
mhm.
when you hear Bullseye hit the ground, she starts shaking and goes, "Oh God, no," because she thinks it's Matt. that hit the ground. Not balls. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
I guess the way I took it was as the viewer, knowing that it wasn't Matt,
Yeah.
and her knowing that that was his rule of I don't kill.
Hmm.
And so she heard the body and was like, "Oh my god, what did you do?"
No, she thought she lost both of her boys
Oh,
at the
that
same time.
that makes it hurt more.
Hmm.
Oh, I know that neither of us are huge fans of Karen in the shows.
I like Deborah Ann
Oh,
Woll.
loved Everett,
Yeah,
and
I think
I just don't think Karen was written very well.
if for the first three seasons, maybe we'll get a better adaptation of her going forward.
Oh, I hope so, because
I
both
hope so too. Yeah.
also for season two, Eldon Henson
She
and Deborah Ann Woll
yeah.
are signed on for
She
season
gives
two.
me, and we'll talk about this. We'll talk about at least this show later. It's the second half of our show, but she gives me very Amber vibes from
Yeah,
Invincible.
yeah,
At least in the first three seasons of
yeah, from the
Daredevil,
Netflix. Yeah,
she was very like, "Man, you're Daredevil. Why didn't you tell me?" Like blah blah blah, and throwing a temper tantrum about it. And it was
and
like,
then when that part of their life takes
yeah,
precedence, they're like, "But me."
yeah, it's just frustrating. Um, Hopefully we get a better whatever going forward. But yeah, man. So Daredevil is not a thing anymore because he broke his rule. Um, let's kind of
Kind
cruise through.
of. I mean, he
Let's
didn't actually end up killing Bullseye, but
well,
the
he
fact that
thinks he did. Yeah,
he like went to that
yeah.
line, I definitely get.
Let's bullet point some of this so we're not spending like a half an hour talking about this. But
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to. I'm pulling up the cast list so that I can. The guy that acts as um, the White Tiger, who we get in episode two.
uh, Kamar De Los Reyes.
Yes,
I
who and he
don't know if I said that right. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. But
plays
yeah,
Hector Ayala, aka the White Tiger, which is rad. The first Hispanic superhero, and
Vigilante.
oh yeah, I meant
You're only a
in
superhero if you have superpowers. You're just
I meant in the MCU. Sorry.
yeah.
Um. Oh, I see. I thought you were saying like
I hate
vigilante,
when
like
people call Batman
peacemaker.
a superhero and he's not.
Yeah.
He's a
When you
you
said
know.
vigilante, I thought you were talking about
No, it's I'm just
peacemakers
being an asshole
vigilante.
about
Yeah.
it, but I'm this is my
Well, but he has the amulet, which gives him superpowers.
he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, because he didn't have his amulet, also. So, like,
Bitch. I'm just kidding.
but what's interesting is, well, not interesting, but for me, I was introduced to White Tiger through, think it's Jessica Ayala, uh, Hector's daughter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a personal
Oh
thing. I
no,
was
just the first iteration of the White Tiger that I was introduced to was from the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series. And
I never watched that. Was it good? Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
it was okay. Uh,
I don't want it then.
I mean, it was geared towards kids, so there's a lot of like kid humor in it. But uh, it's I'm intrigued to see if they are going to pass down the White Tiger mantle to whoever is playing Hector Ayala's daughter in the series, because unfortunately, Camar de los Reyes passed away. He passed away after filming late 2023, and then they went through some reshoots and stuff like that.
The actor died?
Yeah, he passed away of cancer.
Oh, fucking God. I fucking hate cancer so much.
Cancer's the worst. And
The worst. I didn't know that. Oh, that's so
yeah,
sad. Oh,
December of
man.
2023, I guess he passed away. And that could have been why some of the reshoots happened, but they didn't want to say that's why. But
Fuck,
he did
dude.
finish his scenes. So, um,
Oh, no. What? Just get the fuck out of here. Hold on. Sorry.
what
You
what
keep talking. You keep talking.
so I'm assuming unless he filmed some scenes for season 2 as well, um I'm assuming that we're going to see the death of Hector Ayala and probably him passing down the amulet and the mantle of White Tiger to his daughter.
Yeah. Hell yeah. This is sorry, this is what I got. Excited about. Tony Dalton, um, who, if you remember in um the Hawkeye series, he played the swordsman. He was dating Kate
Oh, yeah.
Bishop's
Yeah.
mom. He's apparently gonna be in this show
Hell yeah.
as the same character.
Well, I would hope it was the same character.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's just awesome. I'm like, what? What are you doing in here?
Oh yeah, Jack De Cassane.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, the show is really good. We're kind of just bouncing all over the place here. There's only 2 episodes out. There's not a million things we can talk about. Um, but I did Margarita. I'm gonna butcher this last name. I'm so sorry. Leviva, Levieva.
Levieva?
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever saw a movie called The Invisible, she is the girl in that. With Justin Chatwin is that dude's name. We were talking about the other night, and I couldn't remember his name. But
Mm.
yeah, doesn't do anything for you right now. But
Nope.
um,
But I think her character is going to be a huge thing because not only is she a love interest for Matt,
but she's also working for Kingpin.
yeah, as his marriage counselor.
What fun fact too, and I think we mentioned it before, like way back in the day, but Vanessa is um Laura um Laura L from Man of Steel.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she is. Um, and then also just one last character that we were introduced to someone named Daniel Blake, played by Michael Gandolfini, which is pretty cool to see that he's getting more work. The son of, was it James Gandolfini?
Hmm.
From The Sopranos. Played a young version of his father in The Saints of Newark, I think is it was called.
Motherfucker. I didn't even realize that was him. He's the suck up to fucking Wilson Fisk.
Yeah. How
That
did you not notice? He looks just like his dad.
no, he
Oh, you can. He looks so much like his dad.
I can see it now that you said it, but
And
that's fucking hilarious. I did not notice. Wow.
he's also friends in the show. Daniel Blake is friends with BB Ulrich, who now has kind of her own like web series called the BB Report. But for those that don't recognize the last name Ulrich, is she is the niece of Ben Ulrich, who is the reporter that Wilson Fisk murders in season 1 of the Daredevil show. And
Yeah.
she talks to Wilson Fisk, and he's like, "Oh, named after your uncle. He was a good man, good reporter." He's like, "You fucking murdered him,
Yeah.
you
We got some
asshole."
cool references. We got some cool references in
Hmm.
this episode. They talk about Punisher. They talk about Spider-Man briefly, but one of the I think we should wrap this up and talk about the ending of episode 2.
Yes.
But not only do we get reference to the Punisher, but we also see, and this is something that you and I talked about on this podcast to see what they were going to do with it. Corrupt cops in this show are using the Punisher's symbol. Um, they have tattoos of it. Um, as
Not just
their
in the
like,
show, it's in real life
yeah,
too, which is a
yes,
bummer.
yeah. Which is why we brought it up a while ago. You and I were like,
Yeah.
this is a real thing. Cops are using this, and then the creator or not, yeah, the creator and illustrator for the Punisher in the comics rebranded Frank Castle's
Skull.
logo skull, and then even wrote and we talked about it with the guy who wrote the book about the Punisher.
Yeah, about the
About
historical importance of the Punisher.
Yeah, and they said that I'm so sorry. I'm just like I got super excited, so I like overexerted myself. But the point being is that we talked about this and we were like, are they going to do that in the show when it comes out? And uh, they did. They made a whole comic book series about the Punisher hunting down corrupt cops,
Hmm.
and now in the show, the corrupt cops are tattooing this
The skull.
the the original
Yeah.
Punisher skull on themselves. And so I'm really, really hoping that because John Bernthal is gonna be in this show.
Yeah.
We've seen footage of it. He's on the cast list. Like we know he's gonna be in this. I hope to God he's wearing that new skull, and I hope to God that he's hunting down these corrupt fucking cops.
Well, my guess is because they're supposedly going to do another Punisher series
Hmm.
after this. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that my guess is that during that season is when he's going to rebrand the
Yeah.
skull. Um, but either way, I mean, he's not here for it. His character was never here for it, and
Yeah.
because of that, I'm here for it to see what he does.
Yeah. There's a very awesome, awesome scene at the end of episode 2. Matt at this point he has not been Daredevil for a year.
Hmm.
Um, and he's trying to protect a witness that they desperately need to prove that these cops are corrupt. And because White Tiger like fights these two cops to try to protect this guy, one of them gets killed, um, and now they're trying to get this guy, White Tiger, um, Hector, imprisoned, and they beat the shit out of him, the ever living piss out of him. Um, Anyways, so the cops come to kill the witness, and Matt is there, and he's like, "Get out, sneak out through the window, like blah blah. I'll have somebody pick you up." And the cops come in there, and they know. This is the funny thing is that the cops know they know Matt from court,
Yeah.
and so they come in there, and they decide we got to kill this dude, and Matt's like, "Don't, don't do this," and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, we got to kill you." And Matt puts a fucking beating on these two guys like you would never. I was like, I mean, you see the one in the trailer where he snaps his elbow backwards and the fucking blood starts like
Yeah.
pooling. Yeah. The other one, like, I don't know how that guy if he lives through it. I have no idea because he just like fucking
I mean,
like
broken neck or back at least because of
something.
how
Yeah, it was bad.
aggressively he got folded face first into the ground.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it was it was fun. We the first episode was a little the opening was huge. And then it really toned down. The second episode started at that same tempo of kind of slow, but then ramped up at the end. Uh, so I'm hoping we get some really exciting stuff going forward from here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure
Sorry,
that
I
we will.
steamrolled a little bit, but
No,
yeah.
you're totally fine. Um, yeah, I'm excited for more of this, and all the people that are discrediting it is because it's not 100% stacked up to what the Netflix series was. In my mind, there are things that are better. There are things that the Netflix series did better, but
We're only two episodes in. Give it a fucking
exactly,
chance, you
that's
know?
that's the end all be all.
Yeah.
There it has the pulse of what
Yeah.
the show that we came to love over the past
Mhm.
fucking 13, 15 years has been.
And it was dope to see Daredevil using his batons as like a swinging mechanism, which was fucking dope.
Yeah, which we didn't get.
Very Spider-Man-esque, which will be sweet when he and Spider-Man do meet
Yeah,
because that's gonna happen. That's confirmed.
yeah,
Um, and when they do, they both have Spider-Man has his spider sense. Daredevil has his heightened sense. They both do swinging and shit. I mean, we saw it in the
yeah.
fucking
Friendly neighborhood
the
Spider-Man.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. When they fight each other, their senses just like dodging each other like the entire time.
Yeah,
They were just on defense like the entire time. Like they weren't. I can't wait to see that in live action. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah. It's gonna be great. Let's get
Oh
into
fuck
our
me.
first sponsor.
I did not pay attention to who and yeah. So yeah. Anyways, sponsor our title sponsor is Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Listen up, we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. All right, nerds. It is now time for Trivial Nerd Suit. This week's question is for Jake. It was provided by me. If you'd like to submit a question to try and stump one of us, reach out to us over at our website at www.allthingsnerdpod.com/trivialnerdsuit. Use the contact form. This goes to a third party, so we cannot cheat. Just mention in the subject line who the question is for. Jake, are you ready?
Ready?
All right, here it comes. All right. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. What other comic book heroes got their powers from the same spill that gave Matt Murdock his?
Comic book heroes that got their powers. Is it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It is.
Love you.
I told you you were going to get it. I'm so pissed at myself that I didn't write down the trivia question that I thought of last night in bed. Because I was like, ooh, that's a good one. And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was it?
Sorry, bud.
Congrats.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it is. It is because
No.
I don't think, I don't think a lot of people, if you weren't like a comic book fan, or if you weren't like a seasoned comic book fan, you wouldn't know that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a comic book run.
Mm, that's true.
So,
And Daredevil fights the hand. They fight the foot.
the Foot Clan. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's just silly. Let's get into some nerd news.
Sorry, bud. It was a good
No,
question.
I know.
Seriously, it was a good question.
You don't have to inflate my ego anymore.
Okay. It was a dumb fucking question. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I'm
inflate it
just
a
kidding.
little bit after that, please.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was really good.
It's the best. I know good questions. The best of questions. Um, in
What was your hint though, just for fun?
they fight the foot and love pizza.
Oh. Even if I didn't know, that would have gave it away.
I know.
Okay.
Um, this is real life. It is nerd news because it has to do with space travel, but it's not good nerd news because Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. Another, I think it's the eighth.
Too recently.
Two since the first of the year, but the eighth explosion in a row for the Starship SpaceX rockets have exploded. And the official statement from Elon Musk is rockets are hard.
Mm.
Cool.
Say goodbye to your fucking tax dollars. This is what it's paying for.
Yep. The FAA grounded every flight to avoid debris because it exploded high enough up in the atmosphere that it's not just flights coming and going from Florida that were affected.
He's a fucking twat. God, I just want to punch that dude in the face.
Oh,
He's just so smug. Every time you see him on anything, he's just a smug fucking asshole. I just want to fucking crack that dude's jaw.
the worst part is that he thinks that he is Tony Stark. He's not. He's dumb as shit. The only reason that he's listed as a founder of so many of these tech companies is because he paid so much money for founders' credits.
Yeah.
Hate him.
Hate the whole fucking shebang right now.
Yep. Let's get off of this before we say
In
something that
lighter
we
news,
shouldn't.
in lighter news, Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson and Steven Yeun, is out now. We have not seen this. I want to see it really, really
so
fucking
bad.
bad. But we haven't been able to make the time for it. So, when we do, which, I mean, we can mention this.
Might be something that we have to do separately.
We are bi-weekly now. Our podcasts are bi-weekly now. So next week we will not have a episode. The week after we will, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, by the time we podcast in 2 weeks, we'll have seen that movie.
I will, at least.
No.
I would love to go see it with you, but if
Yeah.
you can't, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Speaking of another movie coming out, Sinners comes out next month.
I'm so fucking stoked for this movie. I'm
Yeah.
so fucking stoked for this movie.
Plus, it's Coogler, right? Coogler's behind
Ryan
this film.
Coogler.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Michael B. Jordan playing
twins,
twin brothers.
mm.
So yeah.
And it's not just
Haley
vampires.
Steinfeld, and it's not just vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I'm ready for
I
it.
am fucking jazzed about this.
Hmm.
Um uh American Funeral?
Yeah, from the American Pie series.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Sorry, bud. I'm the one who sent it to you. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Uh we we're getting another American Pie movie. This is going to be apparently it's about Stifler's mom dies and the
Oh.
entire yeah, no more MILF. Well, still a MILF, but you know, it's illegal. Um but the entire so what they're the plan is for this is to bring back the original cast, but also bring back all of the spin-off movies characters.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So all of the Stiflers and whatever fucking what have you
Naked Mile
that were
cast and
in yeah, all of those characters are gonna finally meet the OG cast for this movie.
okay.
It's like it's like the end game for for pie fucking.
For that one time at band camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ. Okay. Well, I mean that's happening, I guess. But everything is doing
I'll
that.
watch it. I'll watch it. I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, same. But also,
Yeah.
they already did American Reunion, and now they're like, how do we do it
Yeah, but they
again now that
didn't
it's more
bring in
popular?
all of the other people, dude.
Yes, I get that.
End game. They got to bring everyone together. On your left,
Like a circle.
Stifler's little brother. On your left. On your left.
Uh, well, we did get another new quick trailer for Thunderbolts. What was cool is that it paid homage to all the people that work behind it. Giving
Mm,
credit to the editors and showing all the great films that they've worked on.
mm,
Um, editors, score, all that stuff, which is really cool. Um,
yeah.
and it's way more expansive than I thought it was. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
A24 people that are working on this. I'm trying to blank on. Stop. People that worked on like Hereditary, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once,
Midsummer.
Midsummer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's incredible. We also get to see Bucky Barnes punch a chicken in the face.
If you would tell me that the one thing that Steve Buchanan Barnes uh, had in common,
Did you
not
say
Steve,
Steve
I did.
Buchanan Barnes?
I'm gonna kill myself.
Bucky.
Yep. What's his actual James Buchanan Barnes,
James Buchanan Barnes.
aka Bucky? Oh my god. But if you would have told me that the one thing that Bucky had in common with Peter Griffin was that we would see him fight a life-sized chicken, like a human-sized chicken on camera, I would tell you to fuck off. And here we are, 2025, baby.
There's a new show coming out called The Bondsman, with Kevin Bacon, um, seemingly as a bounty hunter for
This is a devil.
the man himself. Um, And I mean, it's been done before. It's even been done before with Kevin Bacon, just on the opposite side of it in RAPD
Oh yeah,
with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he
and
played the bad guy, but
Bridges.
yeah. Anyways, the trailer actually looks pretty interesting. I'll watch it. If it's trash, I'll talk shit about it. I don't want to because I love
I
Kevin
don't think
Bacon.
it's going to be trash. I just can't imagine that it's going to be noteworthy, award
Yeah.
winning. It's going to be
Oh,
fun. It's going to
it's
be
gonna be
bloody. It's going to
it's
just be
yeah,
hilarious.
it's gonna be supernatural
But like the
with the better actors.
the
Sorry.
well, now I can't use that reference. Because I was gonna say it was gonna be the boys to every superhero movie, but then you threw in
No,
Supernatural
you
and
can't. You
everyone
can't
from
use.
Supernatural.
You can't because it's the same fucking director. It's Eric Kripke. It's the same
Yeah.
fucking director.
So
It's the guy who made Supernatural, makes The Boys. That's why all of those. Misha Collins, who played Castiel, and Jared Padalecki, who played Sam, are gonna be in the next season
yeah,
of The Boys. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and we had what's the short dude's name?
you know who it is.
Jensen Ackles. I forget. Short people escape me sometimes. They're so little you can't but
You're a monster.
yeah, I am, dude. Fuck them. Whatever. My wife is like obsessed with Jensen Ackles, which is whatever.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I'm being disrespectful. But he's actually a good actor. I like Jensen, but
and he's
uh,
supposedly like a super nice guy.
yeah, just a short king. That's all. Well, he's like a short prince.
You had to get one last in there.
Yep.
We did get some Avengers Doomsday concept art.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I mean,
The Russo brothers are cooking. That's another big thing. The Russo brothers are back for both
Doomsday,
Avengers
Doomsday and Secret Wars.
and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um fucking fuck.
I mean, you have to take concept art at face value because we were
Yeah.
supposed to get like a kaiju-sized Ultron,
Yeah.
Gray Hulk and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But fuck,
Yeah. Some of it is wild.
some of it looks fucking good.
Like Doctor Doom um with Reed Richards on his knees sitting on a throne with Sue Storm at his side. Like,
Mhm.
oh man, oh,
Uh,
oh man, oh man.
a, a new Black Panther, assuming
Hmm.
it's T'Challa the second, or someone else. We don't know. We don't
But
know
we
the
we know that a
time
lot of
difference.
this is the multiverse saga. There's
That's
the
true.
Infinity
Yeah,
Saga, there's the multiverse saga, so it could be different people from different, whatever.
that's a good point too.
But fucking fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
it's cooking, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Want to know what I'm not
Um,
here for?
what's that?
The next thing that you're going to talk about.
Oh, Beyond the Spider-Verse delayed until 2029. 2029. That's 4 years from now.
It was mine,
Uh,
Carlisle.
I'll be in my I'll now I won't be like 40. I'll be in my 40s by the time this wraps up. In my 40s. If I'm even fucking alive anymore.
I will be 39 again
Whatever,
if I'm
bitch.
alive.
Whatever, you young bitch. I will be like I'll be like mid 40s by the time this fucking comes out.
Not mid.
Bullshit. The only saving grace I have about this is that uh both of my sons by that point will be old enough that I could have shown them this is actually some bullshit. It's cool for me, but it's bullshit for this movie. I have a son right now, and I have another son in my wife's belly. By the time Oliver, the one that's in mom's belly, is born, he will have enough time to grow up and be able to go see this movie with me without being a pain in the ass. That's how long this movie is kicked out for.
You are going to let him watch the first two and then make him wait 8
Obviously.
years.
No, I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain. But that's bullshit. That's crazy. If you think about it in those
Yeah,
statistics,
I did not like
yeah.
that at all. That hurt.
Bullshit.
Instead of just being like, "Oh, a couple of years, I'll still be there."
Nope.
Your kids are going to be little dudes forming full sentences, pooping on their own.
By the time that movie comes out, by the 2029, by the time that movie comes out, what is it? 5. Cal is going to be almost 7.
That's a fucking first grader. I don't like this. Can we move on, please? Oh,
Well,
look at that.
you're bringing in the next one.
Autocorrect. Matthew Dillard, I mean Lillard. Thanks, autocorrect. Is signed on for Daredevil season 2.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
In
know.
what role?
We
No
don't know.
idea. I assume set it off screen with you, but I assume like he'll
No,
be more of like
lawyer.
a political villain, like
Mhm.
a like another lawyer or something like that, but like working for the bad guys. He just doesn't. I love you, Matthew Lillard. You just don't have the physique to be an action guy.
That's fair.
Neither do I. I wasn't saying it in a mean way,
Oh, I
but
definitely do. If I'm playing the Blob,
The Electric State with Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby. Who gives a shit?
Millie
Tanked.
Bonnie, Millie Bonnie Brown. She
Oh,
revealed her real name.
who gives a shit?
I
I
know.
just said it, Chad. Uh, their new movie, unfortunately, from the Russo brothers, flopped.
Yeah, it's got an
Yeah.
18% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not. I thought it seemed kind of cool, but I wasn't like very invested in it. I'll still watch it, and I'll go in with an open mind because you were
Yeah.
telling me Gray Man
Yeah.
uh, aired
It
with
was like,
like a barely 40% on Rotten Tomatoes as well, and we
I love
both
that
really
movie.
enjoyed that movie. Yeah,
Mhm. I've seen it like 3 times.
yeah.
I've referenced that movie.
I didn't want sand.
Yeah.
Said it 4 times.
You miss your fingers, Lloyd? I'm getting used to it. I fucking love that movie.
Shot me in
Um,
the ass.
but I mean, she had that other one, with the dragon.
Oh, Damsel. I
Yeah.
still haven't seen
Oof.
it.
Oh, it was painful. I went to sleep. I went to sleep. Nicole told me about it, and I was like, was it good? And she was like, nah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. And she didn't say that, but no, it wasn't good. Um, I do like Chris Pratt, and you know, when Millie's not screaming and holding her hand out, she can be alright, but um, I don't know. Like you said, I'll keep an open mind. I'll watch it. Hopefully, it's better than its ratings, but there also just hasn't been any hype for it.
Yeah, when you told me that it flopped, I was like, it's out? I saw one trailer for it like 3 months
Yeah,
ago
yeah.
and heard nothing about it since.
Whatever.
Well, we have a rumored casting.
Yeah.
for the upcoming X-Men reboot with Jesse Plemons to be Hank
Hmm.
McCoy, aka the
Yeah, and you
Beast.
said something super fucked up about it, and I was like, and I was like, you
Don't
know
you
what?
dare!
You're not wrong about that.
Don't you dare! You were the one that said that. And then I was like, you know what? You're not wrong about that. Actually, I was
He's
like, wow, that's super fucked up. But I can see it.
you wouldn't have to use the only reason, and I'm not trying to be mean about it. I mean, dude pulled fucking Kirsten Dunst,
And he's a
right?
phenomenal actor.
But yeah,
Like,
fantastic.
let's not beat around that bush. Like, he is
But
super talented.
yeah,
Just
and
not the most
Kirsten
attractive
Dunst
looking dude.
isn't that attractive, but uh,
Wow, that's hurtful. She was like a very early crush of mine.
oh, sorry, bud.
Spider Man.
But
I know. That's fine. Keep going.
he can't. I mean, he could. You don't have to use a whole lot of CGI, I think there.
Well, you heard it from Jake first.
I don't mean it in a mean way. He's like a Matt Damon-ish,
Yeah.
you know, and that's not good. But
I was hoping you weren't going to roll with this bit for as long as you have. I intentionally try to blow through it so that you can talk about horror film stuff, and
yay.
you're just like dragging this one through the mud, which
I actually,
you don't
I'm
have
just
to.
being a,
You don't have to do.
I'm honestly just being a butthead. Kirsten Dunst is very attractive. Jesse Plemons, he's a good-looking guy. So is Matt Damon. I'm just being an asshole for
Yeah,
the sake of funny. But
it
yes,
didn't play out that way. Sorry, bud.
it's whatever.
But Jesse Plemons is super fucking talented.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
Evil Dead, Evil Dead. We know that Evil Dead Burn is coming out in 2026.
Mhm.
But there is another Evil Dead on top of that one coming out after that. So, Evil Dead Rise did really well in the box office, and they're like, let's ride this fucking train. And I'm fucking here for every second of it. So,
I am too. I do
as
hope
long as
that.
you go with me, because you're a big baby.
Well, looking back on it, Evil Dead Rise was not nearly as as
Evil
the
Dead. Yeah.
2013 Evil Dead
Yeah.
or whatever year it was.
I agree. I was a little upset by it because whatever, I don't want to go into it, but
But because of that, I'm hoping because the Evil Dead reboot did leave me feeling. "Ugh."
Nicole was shaking. Nicole was supposed to that night, the night that I made her watch that for the first time, she was supposed to go home. It was before, I mean, we were dating, but it was before we were living together. We
Mhm.
had kids, like whatever. We were just hanging out like on the weekends and stuff like that. And it was nighttime, and she had planned on going home that night. And we watched that movie. We made dinner, watched that movie, and she like couldn't like stomach going home. She's like, can I stay here? And I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like stay, whatever.
Well,
And
she also
and
lives like in the middle of fucking
well,
lived in the middle of fucking nowhere.
and she had told me later on, like she was like after you went to sleep, like I couldn't sleep. I was like awake in your dark room, like just like shaking
Oh
and
my
like
god.
and I was like, you should have woke me up, dude. Like what the fuck? It's a very unnerving movie. It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I hope
And
that
that's what I want
Evil
for
Dead
the future ones. Yeah.
Burn is somewhere in between.
I want to be uncomfortable.
I
That's where I like my
I
horror movies
I
at.
guess
Yeah.
I Nosferatu left me feeling uncomfortable, but that could have been because of the sounds and the implied the implied necrophilia and that mustache, you know.
Mm. Yeah.
Bouncing on a crazy style.
Get a bounce on it. Crazy
But
style. That's it. That's what we
like you
got for
said,
nerd news.
yeah, we don't know if it's going to be part one or if it's just a two movie plan with the same director.
I think it's just a two. I really like what they're doing with it. With that, they're not. There's like a very small, subtle like tie-in, right?
Hmm.
But none of it has anything to do with the other.
Yeah,
I want it to keep on that trajectory.
yeah. We don't need
Yeah.
an Evil Dead universe.
Well, they already did that with the TV show,
Yeah, Ash versus the Living Dead or
Evil
what?
Dead.
Evil Dead. They did that. Yeah.
Yeah. But and it was hilarious and gory and so fun.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
mean that captured the
uh
Sam Raimi aspect
yeah, I want
of it.
these scary, unnerving, gory. I mean, the first one, like you said, the first one left even me, and I am like a seasoned horror movie
Hmm.
fan. The first one left me feeling like, oof, I don't know. I don't know what to feel about that.
Yeah.
Keep that going. Keep that energy going. Let's go.
Yeah.
Anyways, how did? Oh,
Well,
hi. Hey,
well,
hey.
let's move on to our next topic. Okay, friends. Now we are going to talk about the latest, well, I guess, couple of episodes of Invincible. Because it's,
Didn't we talk about
well,
any
it's
of it yet?
been 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Because this
Yeah.
was episode 6.
Yeah. So just one episode,
We haven't
right?
podcasted in 2 weeks. So, two.
Oh, so we talked about the first episode? Because didn't they drop? Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They dropped the first two episodes. Then yeah. So we got, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're good.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Something like that.
Wait, was this episode 6?
Yeah. No, this was episode 7. There's only one episode left.
Oh, sheet. That's right.
Yeah. So we've talked about,
A lot of it.
yeah.
Well, that should be enough of a spoiler. Because we don't know what we're talking about. And if we don't, you won't. Unless you watched it.
Next week is the season finale.
Oh, I'm not ready.
I know. God damn it.
I mean, if
Um,
if we're going to get a season a year, I guess I can live with 8 episodes.
yeah.
I would still like 10
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah. 10 would be better, but as long as if hopefully next this week's episode, I should say, is longer than like 45 minutes
Yeah,
to an hour, like give us
45 with credits. Like,
yeah, like give us more than that, please.
yeah,
Um,
it's my show and I want it
but
now.
beggars can't be choosers. It's a fantastic show, and I just keep making it. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I do. I did get the third compendium. I've got all 3 up there.
Nice. So, again, spoiler alert, but big stuff happens. Rex exploded.
Rex Sloan, thank you. We found out his real last name.
Yeah, but his superhero name is Rex Explode, and
Yeah,
he
and then
exploded.
he Rex exploded.
Yeah,
Oh, in such a badass way.
yeah,
I mean, it was true Gambit,
he went out Gambit style. Yeah,
which I feel
uh,
bad comparing the two because I'm pretty sure that that was just done for X-Men 97. I don't know if Gambit ever did that in the comics. So I think Rex Explode technically did it first.
yeah, he coined it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, we already know that there is like the marks. We got a bunch of different marks from a bunch of different universes. Um, and they start wreaking havoc. They're destroying cities, they're killing people. Uh, Mark continues to be kind of a bitch this season.
Yeah.
It's really, really annoying because like Cecil is like, "Hey man, you got to get out there and help us. People are dying." And Mark's like, "No,
I don't work for
I'm
you.
I don't work for you. I want to be by um
Eve's.
at Eve when she wakes up." And it's like, dude, people are fucking dying. And he's like,
By
and
like the hundreds of thousands.
what pissed me off the most too is that Cecil even was like, "Your little brother is out there helping. Your mom is out there somewhere. We don't know where she is. You need to get out there." And he still says no. He's a
Yeah.
fucking cock, dude. Oh,
And
sorry.
and on top of that,
Sorry I blew up.
no, you're totally right. Because also on top of that, because of all of the Guardians basically are dead,
Yeah.
and Cecil's like, I want you to run the Guardians, and he's like, I don't work for you, and he's like, I know, but they need you. Like, it almost seemed like Cecil was going to be like, hey, we'll provide resources,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of oversight, but you don't have to take my orders. We just
Yeah.
need you in this role. And Mark
Mm,
was still like, oh my God, I've got complete freedom, but your name's attached to it. Go fuck yourself. And I was
yeah.
like,
I think he says like, "I'll help you with this, but when this is over, I still don't work for you."
yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's just being
he's been a
he's a
butthead about it.
cock. Yeah, he's being a fucking cock.
I don't know why I
Super-
PG'd that up. Yeah, he's being a little bitch.
Yeah, little bitch.
Little
Um,
bitch. You said that? You said that though?
that's a Cecil. Um,
Hell no.
but yeah, no, so
Dude's
Mark's being
terrifying.
kind of annoying, unfortunately, but there's a lot going on. I mean, these marks are wreaking havoc all over the city. Rex ends up fighting one of these variants, and after he runs out of things, basically Rex is like Gambit. Like anything he touches turns into a bomb, and he can throw it and it explodes.
Yeah,
Rex explode.
we even see him
Uh,
throwing rocks.
yeah, anything, literally, and he runs out of shit to throw, and one of these variants of Mark is like, "You're out of shit to throw. What are you gonna explode?" And this is after he's like got injured pretty bad, so he can like touch his like rib cage. So he sticks his hand in his wound. Pretend my pocket is my his wound, and he goes, "My bones," and he explodes himself. And so
Oh,
Rex is dead.
Mon Cherie.
Very sad.
It was
Remember
very.
that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex was my favorite character. Again, I love this show. I love the comics. I've got two of the books down there. I just need the third one. But I think Mark's a bitch. He is not my favorite character at all.
Yeah.
At all. And my favorite character just died. And that makes me sad.
Yeah. He also had the most character growth.
Oh, yeah. I was like, development. But sorry. I stopped myself and then I made a joke at myself for doing
Tomato
it. So,
potato, I guess,
yeah.
no, but he really did.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it was he was telling Bulletproof, Jay Farrow, who voices Bulletproof, to get Rudy, who is the inside of Robot, and Monster Girl, and I think one other person that was in the building. He's like, live up to your name. Get them out of here. I'll be right behind you, knowing full well he wasn't. Because even that evil Mark was like, do you think they knew that you were lying? He's like, it doesn't matter. And he starts like throwing rocks, and
Hmm.
it was just so good.
Yeah.
Like that, his entire character arc, especially with shrinking Ray over the past couple of episodes, it was. I'm sad,
Yeah.
and I'm just projecting by talking louder and about it a lot.
It'll be fun to see well, the ending scene.
Mm-hmm.
Um we got Conquest. Mark is trying to help clean up finally after Cecil talks some sense into him and is like, "Hey, dude, like
Put some respect
you're
on my name.
10-year-old fucking looks like a 10-year-old but is actually only fucking like
A year?
a year old brother is out there helping. Like, go out there and help." And Mark's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
okay."
don't work for you.
Yeah.
You
God,
don't.
he's such a
You don't
bitch.
have to.
And anyways, so Mark's out there and um Conquest shows up. And Conquest is like, "Hey, you've had this time, you've been warned. This
Well, who
planet
is
is
Conquest? First off, if this is news to someone that didn't stop at the spoiler alert.
he's a Viltrumite soldier. He's like a big bad Viltrumite soldier.
Cool.
And they're who he is who Donald had mentioned in the first episode
And
because
who
we
Nissa was referencing
referring to, yeah,
last
that
season.
somebody worse is coming. Uh, that's Conquest.
Mhm.
Voiced by, fun fact, voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who
I didn't have to go
killed
there.
Stephen Yun in The Walking Dead with a baseball bat. Lucille, if you will. By bashing his brains in. And so now Conquest is there, and he's like, "You were supposed to have this planet ready for the Viltrumite army to come here and take over." Um, and it doesn't look like it is. And Mark is like, "Dude, this is all my fault. Look at all this. Right now is not a good time because all I want to do right now is punch something as hard as I fucking can." And they like fly at each other, and right when they're about to like, yeah, credits.
Which means that, I mean, that's a great penultimate cliffhanger
Mm-hmm.
for the finale just to be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But my guess is that the first half of.
Oh, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be probably his dad and
Oh, I was going to
Alan.
go the other way. I was going to say the first half is going to be fucking intense. And then the
Oh,
second half is going to be slow. What happens now?
disagree. I think it's gonna be the first half is gonna be
I mean, that's how the
Alan the
show's
alien
gone. Yeah.
and Omni Man. Like,
But with Battle Beast, you know,
we don't know. We don't know.
for their escape, like that
We
could
don't
be
know.
cool.
Battle Beast is just floating off into space right now.
Oh,
We don't
that's
know where Battle Beast
right.
is. Yeah.
Oh,
I can say, giant spoiler alert. I can say the big, like, giant battle that happens later in the comics, Battle Beast, Omni-Man, Oliver as like a grown-up uh robot, and Mark are like the basically like the Justice League. Um and they're the
that's crazy because that's a lot of Viltrums.
yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, again, spoiler alert, if anybody hasn't read or seen, they're the Viltrumites keep like talking about the Viltrumite Empire. There is not that many Viltrumites.
There's less than 300.
Yeah. There's not a lot of them left.
There's
And the
no,
one
there
and the
isn't a
ones that
empire.
are the ones that are alive are not full blood, not all of them are full-blooded Viltrumites.
Oh, that's what it was. Less than
Yeah.
300 are full
So
blood.
they're not as strong as the Viltrumites that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
That's why like Mark is able to, as a half-blood, a Mugblood, is able to defeat them.
Yeah.
Uh, Same with Battle Beast and shit like that. That's why they're able to put up a fight against a lot of the Viltrumites. Is they're not all the Viltrumites. Their whole thing was to go to planets and um, breed, and then like take over that planet, like much like Omni Man did.
Yeah.
So then their kids are half bloods, and so over the years, most of the Viltrumites or the people or their kids that decided to be pieces of shits and join the Viltrumite Empire are not full-blooded Viltrumites.
Yeah.
That's where the fight comes in, is that there is a chance because they're not they pretend that they're this crazy like big scary
Yeah.
thing, but the big scary ones there's only like 50 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be sweet. I love this show. Sorry, I nerded out. I'm so sorry.
Also, like, if you listen to that and you don't know this, you done fucked up because they're trying to do like 10 to 12 seasons of the
I think
show.
it was 8 to 10.
I could be. I thought it was 8 to 10 more after the first two, but I
Oh,
could be.
no, yeah. I don't. I could be wrong
We
too.
we could be misunderstanding the same information.
I
Uh,
feel like I feel like 10 seasons of a show is like a really good run.
yeah,
You get over that, you get into like supernatural territory where it's just
more of the same.
short dudes running around fucking for, for 15 years, and it
Dying and
just gets
coming
a little,
back.
yeah, it just
and
gets
then
too
and then you get
repetitive.
past 15 years and then it's just Grey's Anatomy. uh, Going on their 21st season, like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
What is it? Days of Our Lives is on like
Yeah, but
fucking
that's a soap opera. That's
season. But yeah, it's like 80 seasons or some shit like that. It's impressive.
But when you do like 18 a year. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm like what's his face? Whatever. Jensen Ackles is from Days of
Oh,
Our
gross.
Lives. Anyways, I think 10 is a good spot to end it,
I do too.
especially if there's only, 3 books.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, yeah, they're thick. Damn, boy. That's a thick ass boy.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
the next week is the season finale. I cannot fucking wait. I know what happens. I think you do too. Uh we don't need to
yeah,
spoil that,
we won't get
but
there because it might not, but it would be weird for that
it
not to be the.
that could be like the cliffhanger, you know?
Oh, and then it picks back. Oh, if they do that, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Pissed. Yeah.
Pissed.
But yeah.
We love
Anyways.
this show. We should go ahead and start closing this out, though. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm hungry. But before we close out this episode, we are going to talk about our honorable mentions. Chad, what do you got?
Well, because we took a week off and now we're going every other week, I binged all 3 seasons of Ted Lasso in the past couple of weeks.
Hmm. Hmm.
Absolutely incredible. Still love that show. I have been watching
You
Reacher.
binged it because Nicole and I were watching it. You were like, oh, I should give that another watch.
Yeah,
You fucker.
and then
That's my
I
honorable
know,
mention.
but then I watched it all.
Yeah, we did too.
Oh,
It's
okay,
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
I have been watching Reacher as well, season 3. And then I also watched Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one.
Ooh.
I forgot
The
how much Sam Raimi you see in those Spider-Man movies. So
the
much.
best in the franchise.
It is.
In
It's
that
really great.
in that in that franchise.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was peak.
Yeah, it was the tits.
Yeah.
What about you? What have you watched?
Oh man, you said it all. Basically, we also watched Ted Lasso. We binged it. That was like our technically Nicole binged it. I kind of
You
watched.
don't stay up late enough to keep up with her binging.
No. I watched some of it. Um, we watched Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers. That was a lot of fun. And then we are also watching Reacher, which is so fucking good.
Oh my god.
And then we watched the Total Recall remake with Colin Farrell, um,
Kate Beckinsale.
and Kate Beckinsale and Jessica Biel, just a bunch of ugly people in a movie.
You take that back. I know it was a joke, but you take that back right now.
Yeah. It's just the hottest people ever. The girls are pretty too. It's weird. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Colin Farrell, I love you.
Mm.
Um. Anyways, even though the movie itself doesn't make much sense, the it was fun action,
Yeah.
pretty people to look at. Yeah,
Yeah.
the action is sweet. Like the fight sequences are dope. The graphics are good. The story is trash. It's not, like the original with Arnold. Arnold is like on Mars,
You do the job.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like this big, and like this one's just like a futuristic movie, like on Earth, where they're like drilling into the like center of the Earth, and they call it the fall, where they like go in between like the surface and the is yeah, the story was not there, but anyways, that's what I got.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Well, as a reminder, if you are still listening from the beginning of this episode, if you would like to become a fan of the show, please like, share, subscribe wherever you find us online, whether it's social media or wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's listening or watching. Check out our buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd to become a premium subscriber. And if you are a fan of tabletop RPGs, live play podcasts, stuff like that, check out our other podcast called Kobolds in the Basement. You can find that also wherever you get your podcasts. At the end of the day, we love you. Thank you for being here. And this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.